Hey everybody, welcome. If you are new, my name is Tori. Today we are doing a $10 meal challenge. I'm in the car because I finally got some peace and quiet. If you are new here, I promise I'm generally this disheveled, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree, find what we can for $10 to $12 so we can do some meals for the week. This week we are shopping at the Dollar Tree. I do $10 meal challenges every now and again, and you know, it attracts traffic that have never been on the channel. So if you're new here, comment down below, tell me where you're from. Check out some of my videos though before you comment any suggestions or negativity or anything like that, because you know you're new to me. So we try and keep it on a budget. We try and keep everything like super cheap. We're a family of 4, but my kids are toddlers, so they don't eat as much as a typical adult does. So that is why I don't really include them in these challenges. So I'd say this is $10 for 2 to 3 people, because my husband is in law enforcement. They are like packing on a lot of calories at once. So for portion sizes, it really depends on who you are. My grandmother growing up, she would eat like a quarter of a cheeseburger and call it good, whereas my dad could house like 3 cheeseburgers. So it just really depends on what you're eating and what your family actually likes. So I do like to make that disclaimer. I also like to say, if you're like feeling any food insecurity at all in your home, please dial your local 211. See what you can do to get some food for you and your family. There are so many resources out there. Local food banks, local food pantries, churches, schools, all of those, at least in my area, deliver to your home if you're disabled. I'm trying to cover all my bases here because I always get a comment or two saying one of the things they can't get to it. They don't have the money for it. I don't know how to budget. I will say, I don't like this word, but I hustle. I have a full-time job and I have multiple streams of income trying to allow us to get by. We all have our personal struggles. We all budget differently too. So just wanted to make that disclaimer. We are going to head to Dollar Tree. I will let you know what I find. I shop here in northern Colorado if you're new to my channel, and we usually find some pretty great items. I am an art teacher, so I do like to say I'm pretty creative when it comes to the kitchen as well. So let me know what your favorite recipes are. We're going to get right into this, and I will see you soon for the haul. Here is everything I got, everything laid out. I am probably going to title this video $10 to $12. I decided I'm going to give you a bunch of ideas in this video. I'm not going to cook all of the ideas, but I am full of them. So I have some organic brown rice. I got this the other day and I picked up 2 more bags of Tasty Bite. Generally, these are $3.99 in stores. I got a Hunt's pasta sauce. I made a mistake last video. These are actually still $1, so not too bad. I got 4 of the flat pitas. I got this the other day as well, and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought there was 3 in there, so we have 4 there, which is good. And then I got the 12 tortillas. I went back and got 2 more of those and put 1 in the freezer, and got this one for the challenge. So you're seeing a lot of similar items. I ended up getting more of the thin spaghetti. I got 2 more of those. The thin spaghetti is great, and there's 25% more. If you haven't seen my Dollar Tree haul, it was the last video I did, so just check in my videos. And then I got the pepper stir fry. I just pulled this from the freezer. And then I pulled my Santa Fe blend from the freezer. I get a bunch of these as well. I know there's green pepper and diced onion and red pepper in here too, but I just got the extra. I ended up getting some more of the tater rounds. I will say, flash to the future, these are pretty oily. I have my helper here. This is my daughter. She is 1.5 and oh so curious. I love this age. I did get some more of the classic pork sausage. My husband ended up liking that, so I got another one. This is 7 ounces, a little smaller, but that's okay. And then I got like a cheesy dairy source. Yes, Dollar Tree does have other cheeses, block cheeses, but I feel like this was the largest amount for what you get for that $1 because the Alfredo is still $1. So you can move things around. I did want to say I went to King Soopers and I picked this up. They are croissants and normally they're 2 for $7. These were 50 cents. So if you have time and maybe your Kroger or King Soopers is next to your Dollar Tree, pop in there and check out the day old section. That is where I go. Every single time I go to the grocery store, I go straight back to that day old section and I find things for 50 cents or $1. I won't pay any more than that. That may sound cheap. We are starting out with recipe number 1 here. It is a Philly cheesesteak pasta and flatbread. So half of this will go with some Alfredo sauce, and then the other half of it will go with some tomato sauce. So I'm thinking for the pasta, I'll do sausage, the pepper stir fry, a little bit of the tomato sauce, and the thin spaghetti. And then for the flatbread, we'll do the Alfredo, pepper, sausage, and the flat pitas. I apologize if my pointing in the video bothers you. It's just my way of showing it. But yeah, I'm going to cook this all up and split it in half. And I will show you, my husband actually wanted something a little different. So this will be breakfast for the week. If you are plant-based like me, leave the Alfredo out, go for the hunts and add some tater tots. Instead, just use a big bag of dried beans. There's canned beans too, but the dried beans are a better value. You could do black beans, pintos, but chickpeas are the best for this recipe in my opinion. I have everything in my pot here. All I'm going to do is saute it and then we will divide it up. I'm going to sprinkle in some of this garlic and pepper seasoning. I'm just using some soy sauce and seasonings. You can pick those up like literally anywhere for free. If you don't have it, that's fine too. So I have everything divided here and I just have everything laid out. Again, you could split this in half and make it into the pasta, or you could put it on the flatbreads. My husband actually requested that these be made into burritos, so that is what I ended up doing with it. I did just want to kind of add that in there just so you have some more meal ideas with what you could do for this. I know we all like different things. So there will probably be a lot of talking in these videos. I know some of my subscribers aren't able to see the best when it comes to YouTube, so I feel like talking really helps certain people, especially if you're just having it play in the background. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to try it this way this time. But we do have the Philly cheesesteak blend. I'm putting American cheese on here. You can totally leave this out and use the Alfredo sauce. It just depends on your family's taste preference. I know that's not part of the challenge, but the Alfredo sauce works just the same. Instead of frying these on a pan, just because I don't want to crowd my pan, I took some foil and some olive oil and spread it on top of the foil, and then I rolled up the burritos and put them on here. Generally, I don't like to cook with foil, but I was out of parchment paper, so here we are. It's going to get super crispy in the oven. I'm cooking at 400 for around 12 minutes, and then pop those out. You can individually wrap them and put them in the freezer, and then whoever is eating them can pop them out into the microwave for around 45 seconds, and they're good to go. My husband likes these dipped in the marinara sauce. We are from north of Philadelphia, so we grew up with Philly cheesesteaks, and we always like to bring them in the house whenever we can. Next up is going to be this rice blend, and it's going to mimic a lasagna, like an enchilada lasagna, if you will. So you're going to need the Santa Fe blend. You're going to need the organic brown rice. You could use the Alfredo sauce again, just half of the can with a little bit of water. But I found this queso at King Soopers for $1. They do have canned cheese at The Dollar Tree, they just did not have any that time that I went. I believe it is about 12 ounces. I could be wrong though. So you're just going to mix whatever type of cheese you want in there. You certainly don't have to use cheese. You could use some tater rounds to really bulk this up if you wanted to, and maybe some extra bell pepper, but it's not necessary. Like I've said in the past, I eat plant-based, so this isn't something that I am going to be eating, but I know the kids will love it. So I just microwaved my rice here. This, again, incredible value. And I'm really excited that I went back and got more. I have the Santa Fe blend here. We're just going to use half and save the other half for the next meal. So this essentially is going to mimic lunches for the week. I know classically this would be a dinner, but we really eat anything at any time of the day. We love food. So you're going to mix this all together, maybe like 2 or 3 tablespoons of the cheese in here, however you like it. You can serve this with guacamole, lettuce, tomato, whatever you want, or just serve it as is, whatever is in your budget.
Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back. No going back. There's no going.
I did want to say this, if your family's anything like mine, or at least my husband, they need a meat. So you could throw in some canned chicken. Dollar Tree does sell some, but Walmart has a greater value for the ounce. So I would definitely look into that. You could definitely add extra black beans to this if you wanted to, but I'm going to put it in this square container here, and I'm going to use the tortillas, the flour tortillas, as the layers of the lasagna. They do have some sort of pasta noodle, so you could make this into a bake. You could serve the rice as is and cook up the tortillas and make them into chips. This is just like endless. There's so many ideas for this. You could roll them up into burritos, but like I said, so many different endless ideas you could use for this. So I do have some tomato sauce here, but Dollar Tree does sell this tomato sauce with jalapenos. This is $1.25 at Dollar Tree. It's 44 cents at Walmart. So if you have the opportunity, head to Walmart instead to get that. I'm going to mix a little bit of water with my tomato sauce to make it stretch, add some extra salt, and then I'm going to layer it just like I would a lasagna. This will be in our freezer, and I'm going to cut it. This is going to make around 6 to 7 servings, again, depending on your family.
To your old life, not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights. I'm standing on the dizzying heights.
And here it is, all served up. This is super filling. Everybody loves it in my household. You could serve it with some extra black beans on the side, or maybe some sour cream or guacamole. And now we are moving on to dinners for the week. We classically can eat the same thing every day. I know not everybody can do that, but when we're on a budget, you sometimes have to make sacrifices, and this is one of them. This is going to be a stir fry. So I have this spaghetti noodles. They are about 1/4 of a box here. So this is going to make like 4 servings, and that's 1/4 of the box. We still have, so many servings left. I have the black bean blend, just a little bit of that with the corn and the bell peppers. Then I added some more bell peppers. I did add the soy sauce. You could pick that up free just about anywhere, just little packets of it. And I did want to include, you could use the Star-Kissed wild pink salmon. They sell this at Dollar Tree, but if you're plant-based like me and want to keep it plant-based, you could use the Loma Linda tuna spicy sriracha. So my hands are a little shaky there. I must have had too much coffee. But you could put this in here and serve it up. Like I said, it makes 8 to 10 servings and it is delicious and filling. Okay, so I totally forgot to end the video. I've been doing that lately. I've just been in the groove of filming and I totally forget, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this inspired you to cook some meals on the cheap. Please don't forget, if you are feeling any food insecurity in your home, dial your local 211, reach out to your food cupboards, any churches that you may see, schools, really anything. There's so many resources out there. If you feel uncomfortable with that, please shoot me an email and I will do my best to help you in your area. These resources are there for you. They are there for people like you that need help. So please reach out to them. A lot of that food goes to waste, unfortunately. They are there to help you. So please do that. If you are new here, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. We make videos 3 to 4 times a week about living on a budget here in Northern Colorado. All of the food, all of the cleaning and fun family things. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye.